0. CQ RAYNET, CQ RAYNET, CQ RAYNET. It's G798, serving as net control for the RAYNET-UK weekly activity net. This net meets each Sunday at 4 PM local time and is open to amateur radio operators. Before beginning the net this afternoon, if there are any stations with emergency priority traffic, please call in now. Nothing heard. Okay, the primary purpose of this net is to provide the opportunity for members and other amateur radio operators to test equipment, news, opinions and information. Additional information and announcements are available on the UK website, which can be found at www.raynet-uk.net. Active net, which means all calls are to be made through net control unless instructed otherwise. All amateur radio operators are encouraged to check into the net. When checking into the net, please announce your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name and whether or not you have traffic for the net. Your check-ins net control will pause and review the check-in list. If your check-in is not acknowledged, please try again. Begin taking check-ins for the RAYNET-UK weekly activity net. Any stations wishing to check in to the net, please, would they call in now?
Golf 8 Echo Echo Yankee G8 EEY. Good afternoon, Graham. Yep, I'm staying with you. Name is Mike.
G8EY. Good afternoon to you, Mike. Any other G8s wish to call in? Nothing heard. Let's move on to the sevens. Anybody with figure 7 in their call sign, would they like to call in now, please? Seven, there we go. Good afternoon, Graham. Sam 7 AVO, yeah, good afternoon, Dave. Anybody else with figure 7 in their call, would they please? Okay, nothing heard. Let's move down to the sixes. Anybody with a 6 in their call, would they like to call in now, please? Heard? Okay, let's move down to the 5s. Anybody with figure 5 in their call, would they like to call in now, please? Okay, moving on. Moving down to the fours. Anybody with figure four in that call sign, would they like to call into the net now, please? Okay, nothing heard for the fours. Move down to the threes. Any station with figure three in that call, would they like to call in now, please? Golf 3 Zulu Hotel X-ray, no traffic. G3, good afternoon, Ian. Any more stations with figure three in their call? Okay, nothing heard. Let's go the twos. That includes intermediate twos. Would they like to call into the net now, please?
Two Echo Zero Mike Zulu Alpha, in and out.
Chewy Zero, Melody, good afternoon, and noted you're in and out this week. Thanks for calling in. And you're two in that call, including intermediate twos, that wish to call into the next. Nothing heard. Let's move down to the ones. Any station with figure one in that call sign, would they like to call in now, please? Nothing heard. Okay, let's move on. Zeros. We'll start off with the M0. Any station, M0 station, wish to call into the next. Mike 0, Mike Foxtrot Sierra, Drew, West Devon, no traffic. M0 MFS, good afternoon, Drew. Noted no. Any other M0 stations wishing to call into the net this afternoon? Nothing heard. Let's move to the E0s again with any secondary regional. Would they like to call into the net, please? Okay, nothing heard. Okay, so I'll throw it open to any station, but may have missed their turn to call in. They like to try again and call into the net.
G8 and GQJ, Alpha Great Golf Queen Juliet.
G8, GQJ, good afternoon. Thank you for coming on the net this afternoon. Right. Okay, any international stations, in particular Aran Island, Northumberland and Norway, call into the net, please. Okay, this is G4NLC, control station for the RAYNET-UK weekly activity net. So, not that many stations called in. We have 6 stations on the list for this afternoon's net, which is being live streamed by Graham G78, who's acting as control today. And just a note that back to doing the audio this week through DSD audio and an SDR receiver through OBS. So if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have a radio to do the net. But there we go. Okay. So any news items this week? A busy week this with all groups reporting events being covered in the diary. We get into the season where event organisers start doubling up on events with occupying both Saturday and Sunday. So control is up to date with your availability as well. Appropriate to note that this is the end of Volunteer Week, and the Committee of Management wish to thank you all, RAYNET volunteers, the contribution you make throughout the year, giving up your time to help with event organisers with their radio communications. Today's quiz question, as put by Greg, is whether the Williams Forum engages with the voluntary sector. This very widely across the country, with more emphasis following the national power loss exercise last year. Some areas do seem to have engagement than others. Okay, we will start from the top. G8EY. Good afternoon, Mike, from G4NRC.
G4NRC from G8EY. Well, I must admit, here in it was sunny this morning, but now it's gone to typical June showery weather, but not unpleasant in this part of the world. But we do have regular meetings, or reasonably regular meetings, with the LRF, Jim Faith coordinating cell. So yeah, liaison is pretty good here. Not much more to add to that. Next meeting, I think, with the LRF is July. So it's only about a month away, but yeah, not too bad at all. EEY.
G-A-T-E-Y, G4NRC, all fine on that, no problem at all. Weather at this end in Chester today, it is not. There's a big dark cloud looming over. It's quite grey, and last time I went outside it was just starting to drizzle. I'm looking at getting a weather station, so I may be like you and give some proper reports of figures in the months going forward. So we'll wait and see on that one. And round to Dave, M7AVO, G4NRC.
G4NRC, M7AVO. Yeah, good afternoon, Graham, and everyone else who's on the net. Thank you for taking the net today, Graham, and I hope the log is coming through and working okay. I've not got a great deal to report. As you said, the weather is very similar to us, and there is still some washing on the line, so we'll have to keep an eye. Rain cloud, as you said, could be heading this way, so I'll have to dart out and give Devs a shout and get the weather, get the weather. But, right, leave it on this round, Graham. I will catch you on the next round. M7AVO.
M7AVO, G4NRC. Yeah, okay, Dave, no problem. Yeah, washing on the line, I stuck mine in the dryer, so there we go. Right, okay. Round to Ian G3 ZHX. I just got no traffic, but does be in and out. I wasn't quite sure, Ian. So apologies if you did want to be in and out, over.
G7NEH and the group, G3ZHX. No, I wanted to be present. I thought I heard you say, announce if you have any traffic, which is the style greeting we used to get from this network. So I said no traffic. But other question, as far as the LRF is concerned, here we call it VRC at the moment, it seems, we are engaged, and ironically, to represent Ray, G8GQJ, who may have some comment himself when it gets round to him. And apart from that, congratulations on being able to run the net and provide audio YouTube. So for now, this is G3ZHX, back to standby.
G3ZHX, G4, and I'm returning. Yeah, okay, thank you, Ian. And yeah, sorry for the confusion there. I was just reading off the script that Greg had wrote. Right, okay, yeah, it's nice to see engagement with the Resilience Forum. We do have engagement in Cheshire. Greg goes to a lot of the meetings himself. So okay, round to Drew, M0MFS, G4NRC. Good afternoon, Drew. G4NRC, M0MFS. Yeah, thanks for running the net round as well. As far as the local resiliency forum, theory, we should have a reasonably good relationship. The Telecom Resilience Lead for Devon, Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly is also a member of South Devon RAYNET. So, in theory, we have very close liaison. In practice, it's quite as well as it could be, and it's an area that we hope to work on
in the next Resilience Forum meeting later in the year. I guess that's about it, really, from M0OFS.
M0MFSG for NRC returning. Okay, thanks for that, Drew. And yeah, all noted on the LRF comments. And hopefully that gets you're able to work on that throughout the year. So last on the list for this round is Ray, 8GQJ. Good afternoon to you, Ray.
G78, G8GQJ. Yeah, from this neck of the woods, there's not really much to everybody. Having fun at present time, or has had fun, with our county council in getting into a building in March, beginning of March. And it's taken us to June the 4th before we basically, during COVID, the county building was used less and less. Most people started working from home. Now they decided top 3 floors they don't want. And now it's understood that the building's now sell and is supposed to turn place into flats. Anyway, this is not good for us because honestly, we've got 2 repeaters up there, annual repeaters, and RAYNET kit actually, and basically with that location going, locations are now becoming difficult to come by, and it took us 3.5 to get on the roof to put areas up using professional air riggers. So, well, don't know what's going to happen on this one. And that's basically it. So I'm thinking that things sorted out, and the next man who's in charge comes in, we can sit down perhaps talk. Otherwise, don't know where we go. Have to wait and see. So back round to you. 78 G8 GQJ.
G8GQJ, G for NRC returning. Yeah, thanks, Ray. Interesting comments there. I know that a lot of them in Cheshire, from home now, the UPOs, etc. So a lot of premises are being down, etc., and repurposed. We've, I think, has been to a couple to reclaim, get some equipment that's been previously there. So yeah, it seems to be a thing with all councils. You're probably following COVID, where they all work from home, and they're continuing. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this round. Just to in last week's figures, or YouTube figures for the net, are 22 views and one. And looking at the dashboard for today, we've had a total of 4 currently viewing the stream. And just to reiterate, if you are viewing, whenever, please hit that like button. It just helps the YouTube algorithm for the channel, and thanks to everybody that has I button as well, much appreciated. The channel's up to about 152 subscribers at the moment, and I keep saying this, but I will try and find time up. I've got to update the firmware on this. I will make a video of that and the process that you go through to update, if that's of use to anybody. So there we go. Right, with that, we will go back to the top of the list to Mike, G80EY from G.
G4NRC from G8EY. Yeah, problem certainly here in Norfolk with established fixed radio installations at council offices and things like that. Broadland, well, I haven't sold, unfortunately. They've moved out of their Georgian listed headquarters out to an inter, and they're finding it difficult to sell the building. They reckon it was too expensive to take it down, so they left them up there. And we were first out of the moment. So that's one location. County Hall, the same. South Norfolk, the same. So, unfortunately, it expects us to turn up with mobile masts and temporary repeaters, or as we used to call them, talk-throughs, which is something that's getting more and more needed now. Continue to find ways to make it work with the latest license regulations. I know I and Greg have been working. There's a few obstacles, but hey-ho, that's the way to go, I suppose. But not everybody can afford or have space to run a vehicle specially for RAYNET. It's not exactly suitable for driving around town when you've got a 9-meter brake or the vehicle. So it can be a bit of a problem, but we will find a way around it. From G8EY, and thanks for running the net, Graham.
G80EY, G4NRC returning. And yeah, some interesting comments there. Yeah, I think it's getting more and more. We're expected to, as you say, roll up with all the kit we need on pre-installed antennas and radio equipment. Yeah, I've got a Kenwood TMD710, which I've modified, or I've done the mod on it, so need a talk-through / temporary repeater on any events at West Chester. That tends to get used with a 30-foot fishing pole and a homemade antenna for 2 meters and 70 fems. And it seems to work well. We use it on the half marathon and the marathon in Chester. And that's the only 2 big events we do in West Cheshire, to be fair, at the moment. So there we go. Okay, with that, we're on to Dave, 7AVO from G4NRC. M7AVO, are you still with us, Dave? G4. Okay, I just read in the log that M7AVO is has crashed again. So YouTube. Incidentally, if any other station is listening via YouTube as well, the audio would be appreciated. I've changed a few settings following last audio stream through the SDR, so I'm hoping it's a bit better, but we shall see. Right, okay, round to ENG3 G's for LLC.
G4NRC in the group, G3ZHX. Listening on YouTube, but during that last over, my TV dropped out. Well, it's come back on again. And I think it might be an internet hiccup confusing it. But what I did hear of the audio was probably better, but it's a bit difficult to tell when you know what's being said anyway, if you understand what. And to amplify slightly Ray's comment, also over the COVID, our local councils went to a single tier, so everything was thrown up in the air, and we're still waiting to see where it's all coming down. So they're reorganising like mad. Who knows what's going on? Anyway, that's probably enough from me. This is G3ZA.
G4 NRC returning. And yeah, thanks for the audio comments. I will have a listen actually later on. You can just see how it was. Myself. Okay. So round to Drew M0 MFSG. G4 M0 MFS. Yeah, I don't know that I've really got any more to add. We have a exercise planned for next month, and we hope to test our DMR repeater with our repeaters with an Arden link between the two of them, and potentially maybe even some DMR or DMR frequencies. And it'll be the first time we managed to get together as a group for a significant time. So looking forward to that. Other than that, thanks for running the net, and catch you all next week from M0MS. Zero MFSG full NRC returning. Yeah, thanks Drew, and thanks for coming on the net today. Yeah, I set up and try and do a bit more with it. I have to get my head together with Greg and actually locally that's going to be useful. It's not doing it lots at the moment in my Arden node. So there we go. Okay, last but not least, round to Ray, GQJ, G4NRC.
G4 NRC, G8 GQJ. Yeah, it's nice to know that we, the early groups, actually in trouble. So we'll have to wait, and something will come up, no doubt. So for this, some trees, I'm going to go and see the rest of the family. Some trees.
GQJ for NRC returning. Okay, thanks Ray, and all noted. So just before we close the net this afternoon, is there any other questions do you actually wish to call in? Would they like to call in now, please? Okay, nothing heard. So with that, bring the net to a close. And thanks to all that came on the net and participated this afternoon. I'm guessing Greg will be back next week to take his position as. So I will formally close the RAYNET Sunday afternoon weekly digital activity net and revert back to my normal call sign of G7NEH. Thank you all, and return the talk group to its normal use. H.